Damn, that was fast. I literally hadn't even said a word. What's up, Trap House TV? How's it going this fine surprise live stream evening out here in Springfield, Missouri, where the Diet Coke, which I'm going to need to replace at some point during the middle of the stream. So, for all you guys that are watching this in the future, when it's no longer live, I don't really talk a whole lot for the first few minutes unless some folks show up, and then I get into the meat of what I'm going to talk about in the stream, just so y'all know. But I will be answering questions up until that point. Dumping rebase tracks and stuff on the YouTubes. YouTube don't like it. It always demonetizes them, but I really don't care. I'm just having fun with the stuff, trying to get a little bit of interesting old school music out there with some good bottom end in it for my friends, so y'all can chill with the bass. You know, somebody else in the house. We're starting to pull some seats up now. What's up, George? How are you today, sir? It is a fine evening. No, my objective with my rebase stuff is to put out music that's El Fuego. What's up, El Fuego from the Northwest? He's over there chilling out in Cali because, you know, he's one of the few normal people. Oh, actually, he ain't normal, but, you know, I don't want to insult the man. But my objective... My objective is to put out rebase stuff that doesn't have anything added to it. I'm just taking the bottom end and, you know, dropping it either a harmonic or an octave, and then going back and applying filters to it to clean up the top and the bottom so there's not a bunch of harmonics ringing and stuff, making the bass sound really clean. Basically, I take already fairly clean bass, lower it, and then clean it up even more, because lower it makes all the dirt that's already in there a lot dirtier, kind of like amplifying the background noise, if you will. So I take that and then I recompress that down so that I get rid of all the extra harmonics, and declip it and then boost the levels of it so that it matches even and gives an overall better bottom end. And I go for something around 28 hertz to around 35 hertz, somewhere in that 30 hertz range, and try to give you guys something that you can listen to and hear the original track the way it was recorded, but with some more bottom end. Because back in the day, when they recorded a lot of stuff, they were staying in the 80 to 90 hertz range and above, because records couldn't contain that information without using up all the space on the record. See, if you had a song with a really low bass note, that song would be like twice as much space on the record as a normal track. And it just didn't work well with records. So they recorded everything in that higher register. And ironically, the same frequencies that your phone will play is the same frequencies that records would play. And it's funny, right? Records weren't good at producing the very highest end frequencies either. So they were kind of a mid-range device. Well, a lot of really good music was recorded back then. So in order to enjoy it today, when we've got ways to record and to preserve that media and be able to handle those low frequencies, we got to, go back in there and kind of figure out a way to get some lower notes in there based on the information that's already there. So that's what's up today. I just dropped No Diggity. I've been working on that for about a week. So y'all see me dropping 2 or 3 songs at one time. All of that stuff takes weeks. That was weeks of work to get those tracks together. I might work on one track for 2 or 3 days and then completely bail on it because I just can't get it right. Then I'll start over again. Sometimes I just have to work, and keep chipping away at it. It's not easy. Some tracks are easier than others, but all of them are hard. I've been fooling with this shit for many years, and I've just gotten to where I'm okay at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay at it. I can do rebase stuff where I add sine bass to the bottom end, like a lot of the stuff that you hear. But there's plenty of that out there. What I want is the track that I like, and the way I know of it, the way it's supposed to sound, just fill out my whole capabilities of my rig. Some of my subwoofers are busy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm shooting for. So I'm making stuff that I like and throwing it out there. If you guys like it too, then that's great. But I'm making it for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just offering it to you. I'm cooking for me. If you like the way it smells, I'll give you some. If you don't, go buy your own Big Mac. So, Jason Grant says, I am digging your rebase releases. Yeah, and that's only it's only about what I'm putting out is only about 10% of what I'm actually working on, because a lot of them I just can't get them to the point to where I'm happy with it. Robert Newton says, heck yeah, bass heads for life, baby. We should make a you know what? I know there's a lot of audio clubs out there, but we got to make an audio club that includes like all the bass heads, like not something that ain't exclusive, just a bass head community. We can call them bass heads, but I think that's probably already taken. So we got to work on that. Y'all give that some thought. I want to include a whole audio community, whether they're bass heads or not. You know. Robert Newton goes on to say, an ACC1 is useless if your amplifier has a clip light. Yeah. You're talking about the clip. I think ACC1 isn't, or CC1. I don't think that's exactly right. I may be wrong about that, but I think it's called something else. The thing from Steve Me, is that what you're talking about? And yes, no, baby, I'm not grilling the Night El Fuego. Yeah, a clip light covers you in a lot of ways, but a clip light's a little bit more sensitive than the, I think it's 81 or DD1 or something like that. I don't know. I could be wrong about that nomenclature. But yeah, you're mostly right. I'll agree with you mostly. Not all amplifiers have clip lights, and also being able to measure the signal before it gets to your amplifier is another thing. You can send a dirty signal with a clip signal into the amplifier, and the amplifier itself is not clipping, and still be amplifying a clip dirty signal, even though your amplifier's clip light isn't on. So there's that. And I'll give you an example of that. You know how you get distortion on a rock guitar? By clipping the signal all to hell. So what they're doing is they're taking a normal signal on a guitar and they're amplifying it with the gain knob, still called gain. You're gaining it up until where it's too big, and it ends up chopping off the tops of it. And that's what creates that distorted rock and roll guitar sound. Well, that same signal is going right into your system, and your clip light doesn't come on when it's playing, because it's not clipping, although the signal before it was. And a clip signal doesn't necessarily hurt your subwoofers. What causes problems is a severely clipped signal at your amplifier, and clipping hard low bass at a high output, clipping it hard will cause heat to build up, and that heat will melt your voice coil, and that's what burns you up. The clip signal doesn't. It's the heat that builds up from running a clip signal for a length of time that does. So if you still manage, you can run a clip signal all to hell as long as you're managing that volume knob and you're not giving it the beans and letting it sit there and cook. Clip signal doesn't magically destroy your sub. It just makes it get hotter faster. Fuego says, I'm all about that chicken. My grilling that free barbecue. Baby, I've been using the crap out of, I made hot dogs. I made hamburgers twice now. I'll tell you what I did the last time, El Fuego, is I know you like me, you like food. So I'm going to tell you what I did is, you know how to make a meatloaf, right? You take your barbecue sauce and your onions and peppers and you take, and that's what you start out with, that kind of stuff, and lots of seasonings, and you mix in some eggs so that it gets nice and sticky and it all stays together, right? Then I got the secrets is to add some hot sauce and some mustard and and some sugar, brown sugar. Add a bunch of brown sugar, mix all that shit up in a bowl, and then patty that up into patties. Like you're gonna make burgers. So you're going from meatloaf to burgers. Patty it up into patties, man. Put your piece of foil between each one, stack them up, put them in the refrigerator. This is kind of important. So you want to have that foil between each patty, right? Stack them in the refrigerator, just stacked up like that, open to the air. Let the refrigerator do its thing and take the moisture out of them patties, right? It'll pull a lot of the extra moisture out. And when it does, it'll make them patties stay nice and firm and round and together. And then whenever you put it on the grill, you add a little bit more sauce on top. Let that sauce cook in there as that burger's starting to cook. It'd be on fire, man. Make you slap your mama. That's my new recipe for you, Fuego. Oh, and if you're wondering how much sugar, more than that. You put a bunch of sugar in there, that's got to be enough. Now go ahead and put some more in there. Go crazy with the sugar, because that's what's going to make the thing taste right. Real Cisco, Montana. What do I think? Oh, baby. That's a good question. What do I think about amps that have a built-in DSP Bluetooth? I think they're great. It's a bit like buying a car that already has an upgraded stereo system, and it already has upgraded wheels, already has upgraded tires, already has upgraded paint, right? You get all the stuff. The thing is, do you like all the upgrades? Because you're paying for them. You're paying a premium for them, but are these upgrades the ones that you would want to use? And it's the same concept. You're buying an amplifier with a built-in DSP and Bluetooth. Is the DSP up to snuff? Is it a good DSP, or are you spending a bunch of money on a feature that you don't really like and you wish you had a different DSP because it's better? So that's the question. Also consider, like I said, you're paying a premium for them. Now, having said that, most of the time, amps with built-in DSPs, Bluetooth, other things can also be passive. So you could, for one, you could bypass the DSP. Two, you could use the DSP and not use the amplifier. They'll have channels that leave the amplifier that are unamplified that you can send to other amplifiers. So you could use that amp as a DSP standalone. So there's functionality there. Just know that you're paying for a package of stuff. And if you don't like everything in that package, you bought it. And not only did you pay for it, but you paid a premium for it. So that's what I think about it. For use cases, certain use cases, they're perfect. For other use cases, it's okay in all the areas, but not good in any of them. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. I know it's not really a good. Yeah. See, I knew you was wrong. I thought maybe I was losing my mind. It is the DD1. Yeah. Okay. So now we settled that. Jason said DD1 is the distortion detector. El Fuego says CC1 is the crossover calibrator. And that's a pretty cool setup too. Having said that, I set my crossovers in my DSP, so it's just not really important to me. But it's a tool. So it's like I don't need a scalpel. I don't need a fancy lathe or any of that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't need those tools. I don't do any work where I need those tools. Not that it's not a good tool. I just don't need that. And I would like a lathe. but I don't need one. Robert Newton says, yep, got him confused. It's okay, my friend. You're living in a land of confusion. I should rebase that one. Oh, Robert Newton said, hey, here's your tacos. I always love a good taco. I ain't had a taco in a couple of minutes. El Fuego always buys tacos, but, you know, I mean, he's bought so many tacos now. I got tacos in the freezer. So I got some news for you guys. I got some things happening in the very near future that y'all are going to get a kick out of. Besides Diet Coke, which is, this is the, I don't know what it is. It's good. It's necessary. Cannot function without Diet Coke. Not going to happen. I'm just a mean, grumpy old bear without Diet Coke. I get all kinds of ornery. Thing in the future. It's coming. It's in the way. I've already ordered them. I got an SPL meter coming. Yeah, baby. I went over to Big Jeff and I got one of the open box SPL meters. I think with my discount, which is just same discount that you guys, I just used a regular discount. It was like $180 something. Shipped, baby. Shipped. Got a mini SPL meter, and I'm going to be jamming that for a minute. So what's going to happen with that? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen with that. First of all, I'm going to be doing tuning on the Tahoe. So we're going to be breaking that bad boy out. I'm going to run the SPL meter, and then I'm going to make a change, and a significant one. I got several changes in mind, right? And then I'm going to run the meter again, and we're all going to get to see how the change that I make affects the score that I get. Now, some of you guys aren't SPL competitors. Most of you guys aren't SPL competitors, but you know what? Things that make bass increase also make bass sound better. And so it works hand in hand. As that number goes up, the quality of the bass goes up. So it's always good up to a point. And the reason I say up to a point is in order to get it really loud, you need super hard surfaces everywhere. And super hard surfaces everywhere are not good for sound quality. So there's a point to where increasing that SPL score is going to start severely decreasing the sound quality of the vehicle. I'm not going past that. I'm going to stop at that point. I want to keep my SQ up as high as I can while also getting my SPL up high. And I want to keep the lows low and loud and windy. So now y'all know what I'm going to do with that. I'm also going to be doing SPL reads at other cars, helping people get their bass up and get their bass on, and those will make videos. We're going to be doing all kinds of videos incorporating that little meter. Y'all get ready for that. If you got any ideas, oh yeah, I can also check the voltage. Right, it plugged in. It'll tell me the voltage, the minimum voltage, the maximum voltage, the voltage when I hit the peak. I can set the peak hold at the lowest voltage and the highest SPL. And it's going to do that. And so I can see where my SPL was the highest. I can also see where my voltage dropped the lowest. And we're going to be testing a couple of things using that part too. So I got many, many plans involved for this thing. Now we're moving on. Robert Newton says, tacos, baby. You ain't lying, sir. I like being creative with my taco creations. You know, I told my wife the other day, I said, hey, and she looked at me like, because she knows whenever I call her attention, I'm going to say something stupid. It ain't going to be, she's like, I like, you know what? I want to go to a Chinese buffet. At this point, she's like, huh? A what? Because she knows I don't ever go Chinese, but I want to get some of that Chinese chicken. What happened? Somebody did something. Let's see. El Fuego. El Fuego said, El Fuego is he's buying burritos tonight. El Fuego says, I'll put you up here in a second, El Fuego. My test bench is getting juiced thanks to Truck Thunder Lithium. thanks to the content and inspiration. Headed for surgery on Tuesday. So I leave some of my stash to you if I don't make it. Man, no. You're going to make it. You're going to be just fine. You're going to be better than you are now. That's why you're going to get the surgery. Get that stupid shit out of your head, man. That ain't the way it works. It don't matter. I'm going to tell you something, man. I don't talk about this very often. Very, very often. And I haven't put it out there on YouTube. Okay. But I've been to prison years and years ago. And I'll tell you real quick what I did to get put in prison was I broke the window out of a pickup truck that belonged to the railroad when I was really drunk and stole a half pack of cigarettes off the dashboard, passed out by the truck, got arrested. And the reason I went to prison over is because I was having relations with the county sheriff's daughter at the time, and he did not like me. So that's how I went down. Having said that, this is what I want to tell you about. I knew guys in prison that were doing 100 years, 200 years, 50 years, 60 years. People that were going to be there for the rest of their natural life. And when you talk to any one of them, there would always be some point in the conversation where they would say, when I get out, or one day when I get out, or when I finally get to see my family again, or when I finally get to go home again. Even though, and these were guys that there was a train wreck. There was nothing. They were gonna be there forever. But they always kept a positive attitude. And some of those cats did get out. I ran into one a few months ago that was working at the gas station. This cat was doing life in prison. He's not there anymore. He had a positive mental attitude, and now he is being a positive member of the community. So nothing is impossible, man. No matter how bad it gets, always keep your attitude positive, because if you don't have that, you're ruining the now. Worrying about what the future may hold destroys the right now, which is the whole point in being alive in the first place. Hopefully that was helpful to anybody out there. Moving on. Miles Batchelor, my opinion, sir, does the basshead community love the sound of distortion? No. The basshead community hates the sound of distortion. But the basshead community is absolutely willing to push a subwoofer into distortion if it means getting that meter higher whenever they're competing. Because when it comes to competition, all bets are off. Every other time, the bassheads are far more stringent on clean bass than anybody else, because they crank that shit up and they want it to be clean when they crank it up. So, no. El Fuego. I'm driving out to CAE rep now, baby. I'm hungry for some of that barbecue. My friend, if you ever get to Springfield, Missouri, if you ever come up this way, or just get in the ballpark, or if you know you're going to be, I promise you this, man. You hit me up in my email and hook up with me, and we'll eat some damn barbecue. We'll eat barbecue until we're sick. And then we might eat some more after we get done throwing up. We'll go ahead and eat some more damn barbecue. We'll barbecue ourselves to death. Might even barbecue some dogs and cats and eat like Democrats, y'all. All right, moving on. Robert Newman says, Subbox Pro, an accurate box building program. I can't speak on Subbox Pro. I can speak on Bassbox Pro. Bassbox Pro's been doing it since the beginning of the game. So if you want something that's going to work, Bassbox Pro is a proven piece of software. That's how I would go. Jason says, howdy, everybody. Howdy, Jason. Miles said, I can eat tacos until it hurts. You're damn right. I'll eat till I can't, man. You always see me at a buffet. I'm just the Chinese dude that owns the buffet. He'd be like, no, you're too fat. You leave. You eat everything. You go. You're too fat. Out. Robert Newton. Yeah, baby. Robert Newton says, do I think the Sundown U12's versions 2 are a good choice? I can't speak on the V2, but I can speak on the U series. The Sundown U series are severely under appreciated. Those things handle power like a monster and sound great. If you're looking for a good economical subwoofer and you want to run the Sundown brand, man, the U series is a very underrated. They are an impressive subwoofer. I've seen those things in vehicles doing 70s. Yeah. So they're badass. And there's El Fuego's taco purchase, baby. Hell yeah. I don't, man, I swear, there's noises out here. I got people wandering up and stuff. El Fuego, you are so much appreciated. Robert Newton. Yeah, baby. Yeah, El Fuego's going to bring it, man. You're going to have to bring it. If you want to try to compete with El Fuego, man, you're going to have to bring it because he ain't messing around. The losers. Oops. Robert Newton said, good luck, baby. I think he's referring to your surgery, El Fuego. Scotty at Ducati. What's up, Scotty? Nice to see you, my friend. And I hope everything is going well for you tonight. I could have swore it was storming earlier. I think it did. It was like a little flash, kind of flashed over and it was gone in a half a second. Bobby Burkett said, tacos, tacos, tacos. You know what's up, Bobby B. Going to see you in the chats post-surgery. Yes, you will. Yes, you are. He's going to show up. He's going to be there. He's going to be over on Living Live with Andy. He's going to be over at Kicking It Live at the Kicker Show, preceding Living Live with Andy. And he'll show up whenever my crazy ass goes live, too, because El Fuego is the man, and he's going to be fine. Bass will always be there, baby. Yeah, baby. Bobby B says, I own a CC1 and a DD1. The man wants to make sure his crossovers are set perfect and he ain't got no clipping. Hell yeah, man. Robert Newton, I got them both and an AMM one. Heck yeah, man. Bobby B said, working on that build, just like me, with a 3-year project. The finish line is in sight. The finish line is never in sight. Well, no, I take that back. The finish line is always in sight. You just don't ever get to it because once you get to it, and you're like, well, now what do? I got to get another car. Oh, we got Jerry Jones. Said my 415s are the Sundown U clones, and I am very impressed with them. Yeah, I do like the Sundown U's, man. Excellent subwoofer. Gene said, caught you live. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Robert Newton, 4. I bet they slam. Yeah, I bet they do. I want to hear them. Saturday night stream. looking for group? Is that what that is? Hitman, you awesome. Once I get done with the stream, I'm going to be hopping on WoW. And I'll get on WoW and play a little bit. I'm a World of Warcraft player occasionally. And I have my little moods. And I'm playing the classic one now. Not the old school classic, but, the classic Apocalypse or whatever it's called. I'm playing that one. So, yeah. I get on there with my hunter and tear shit up. The loser said, oops. The sheriff's daughter story. Yeah, she was promiscuous. She was very active. Oh, what's this? Trap House TV said, I'm buying tacos too. Hello. I didn't. He surprised me. Man, y'all are sneaking up on me with all this stuff. Happy to see success, homie. I remember commenting on a video 6 months ago why you didn't do live streams. Yep, you're right. I knew you had it in you, and I'll be heading to Chicago from Houston next weekend for a family thing. From Houston to Chicago, you can go right through Springfield, my friend. You're going to go right up. Yeah, you're going to go right up 44, man. You'll be within a couple miles, or about 6 or 7 miles of my house. If you hit my email up, when are you doing this? 6 months. Houston next weekend. Next weekend, yeah, I ain't doing crap next weekend, really. So you hit my email up and let me know when, give me a time and everything. And I'll meet you down at the truck stop right there on the interstate. You can pull in there and we'll kick back and have a talk for a minute. It's up to you, though. I understand if you don't want to do that. I'm just throwing an offer out there. El Fuego's, I canceled all my expensive cable subscriptions and rerouted those funds to the YouTube channels that I actually watch. Dude, let me tell you something. I haven't watched television in like 10 years. I don't watch nothing on TV. Nothing. My wife likes watching Netflix, so I got her a subscription to Netflix, and she watches the shit out of that, watches the same stuff over and over again. But no, all I watch is YouTube, and I got a bunch of people that I watch on YouTube. So y'all, I do the same thing. You know, and you guys, most of you guys watch the same people I do. Y'all watch the same people I do. I got a few things. I like to watch the channels where they rebuild and repair guitars. I like those channels. And I like watching motorcycle reviews and stuff like that. I don't know why, but I do. And then other than that, I pretty much watch car audio stuff. Watching them rebuild and repair guitars is actually very, very cathartic. It's very relaxing, and yeah, it's really good. It's really good stuff, man. Let's fucking go. Yeah, baby. Bobby Burkett. So what YouTubers do I follow? EXO, but he doesn't post very much. Steve Me, but he kind of posts in spurts. He'll have a month and then he won't do shit for 6 months. He's kind of weird. I used to watch Doug on Soundman all the time. If you guys want really interesting stuff, go back and pull up Soundman Car Audio and go back to the very early videos and watch some of that stuff. It's really good entertainment. I watch Andy whenever he posts, mostly just lives. I watch trying to think of the names of these people. DIY Audio Guy. I can't think of 5 Star down there in Florida. I like watching those guys. Dean and El Fuego, or is it El Fuego? Is that Fernando? Dean and Fernando. I'm getting you mixed up, El Fuego. And I can't think, and Big D. I like watching Derek Williston. And I can't think of what's his face. There's 2 of them, High Five Vega and High Five Vector. I like watching both of them too. And Toids, I like watching him. And yeah, hopefully that's enough off the top of my head. My memory is not very good. So the fact that I got that much out is kind of a miracle. El Fuego says Jerry Jones. What amps are you running and what electrical? Get him straight. And Trap House Gifted. Some Green Team memberships. So 10 of y'all are now Green Team members, baby. That's what's up. We got to be Green Team. Hell yeah. Thank you, Trap House. Loser. EXO, SMD, JP. I used to watch JP a lot back before when he was still doing construction work and just doing builds and getting stuff built and building some of his own stuff. I watched him all the time back then. I'm not as much into what he does now, but it's just not interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? He's running a business, and I get it, and I totally understand that, but it's not really my jam. The way he makes content now, so I don't really watch much of his stuff now. I liked before the Sundown Unofficial channel. I can't think of that cat's name. I like watching his stuff too. Spider Leopard. All the Goobers, yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Goobers, I forgot about Jerry Ain't Loud. He's one of my more recent guys. I like watching Jerry Ain't Loud. Yep, 5 star, baby. So, Gene says, I run one Harmony Audio ML151. I love it. I haven't heard many people talk about him. Harmony Audio. They're based out of Missouri. They're not far from here. And I don't have a lot of information about them. I need to go out there and do a tour of that place. So y'all let me know. Y'all let me know in the comments. Do you want me to do a tour of Harmony Audio? You mean to go down there and set that up? Because I could probably arrange it. I don't have much YouTuber clout, but I have a tiny little bit, you know. So there's that. Spider Leopard, hate Williston. He does nothing for the industry. Man, I don't hate anybody. I don't even hate Robot Underground. And Robot Underground has called me out and like insulted me on a video. I don't hate him. You know, all he did was give me some exposure. I ain't tripping, dude. That's schoolyard stuff. So when it comes to Derek Williston, I don't know why you would feel that way. He does a lot for the industry, is holding a lot of the amp manufacturers and stuff accountable for the power they say they'll produce. And I think that's a substantial thing for the industry. Making amp manufacturers and resellers accountable for what they advertise is a tremendous thing for the industry. If he did nothing else, he does that. So if you're going to hate, I understand hate, but at least hate for a reason, something that can be supported. And I don't promote hating anybody, you know. So anyway, it is what it is. Bobby Burgett, yes, sir. Same ones I follow. Scotty Gotti agrees with me. Same with DIY audio guy. He sucks. He's just a car audio grifter that's never worked in the industry and pushes cheap Amazon products. I don't know, man. I kind of find your attitude to be disruptive, and don't really want to hear any more from it. So there's that. Now you can just be quiet in your corner and not be mean people. I don't like mean people, and I won't tolerate it. So I do apologize for everybody else. Moving on. Let's see here. So the loser says Vega for sure. Amp tests are relaxing. Yep, I agree, man. Scotty I do Gotti says EXO is banging now. Yeah, EXO is about to start knocking shit out of the park. He's got a whole lot of content coming out. Over the next few months, you guys are going to be seeing a lot more regular content from Bruce. All right. I've already been talking a little bit, so he knows what's up. And El Fuego, I like Jerry Lau. Me too, El Fuego. He's a real dude. I like real people, man. You know, he's got a little bit of it's an odd following, and then both people that hate him and people that like him, you know, they're really vocal on both sides. But the way I look at it is the man is nice to everybody. He's respectful to everybody. He's sharing knowledge on the internet. He is doing great things. He's friendly. He's honest. He's real. All of those characteristics mean I enjoy being around that kind of person. You know, if you don't like him, don't watch his videos. Miles said, anybody who can explain how stuff works is what I like. Brand's not so much. Same. I'm not big on that whole concept. Of course, I do have to pay the bills, and so I do have to push a few brands. And the other thing is the brands that I've chosen to represent, I feel like are solid. I don't represent them because they pay me to represent them. I represent them anyway, and then I'm lucky enough to get paid to do it. For example, I push GP all the time. I don't get anything from GP. Tyler don't give me nothing. I get a light discount like everybody else can get, and that's it. That's it. I don't get no affiliate links, no discount codes, nothing with Tyler, but he's still a good business, still a good company, so I represent him all the time. And when it comes to Big Jeff, I feel like Big Jeff's a solid guy. I've talked to him on several occasions, and he's trying to run a business and trying to make money. He's willing to give me an affiliate link and a coupon code and help me out. So we're working together. As far as Trunk Thunder Lithium, That dude went over and beyond to impress me, and he did. He won me over the first night I started talking to him, and he's been solid and 100% ever since. And so those kind of people I can get behind. And for this case, it's not necessarily the brand, but the person that is the meat of that brand. That's what I'm all about. Trap House. Derek Haddock. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know he's been slacking. I like his videos. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on with that anymore. Something changed there. Vernon Jackson said, "Hey, bro, would you like to know the podcast that did the Idea audio with Andrew from the Idea? Would you know the podcast that did the Idea audio with Andrew from Idea Audio?" I'm sorry, I do not know that podcast, and I so apologize. And Andrew Grant is or Jason Grant is a new member. See, I'm getting names mixed up. It's all good. My brain is old. If I call you something weird, it's not, I'm not trying to trip. My brain's just old and broken. Okay. So there's that. And welcome to the green team, baby. Jared Jones says, right now I'm running Sundown Audio NSV4 18 on a Taramp Smart Base 5K with a whole lot of stuff. 225 amp alts, 2 AGM batteries, 3 ultra caps on a 4 alt gauge welding cable. Sir, salute. Now all you got to do is figure out what your DB is, because that's what's up. Yeah, baby. Jared Jones says, I'm about to go back to the 15s on a Taramp T12000. That sounds fun, man. But I'm going to stress again, what's more important than going up in power is building better boxes. Treating the interior of your vehicle right, getting all those vibrating panels hushed back and nice and still, and building better boxes, getting your tune right. That stuff is going to give you gains quicker than more power. But more power will get you gains. And Spider Leopard is no longer with us. Dill Doe. A bunch of average car audio content, old guys that love to hear themselves talk. Yep, pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much how it works. Bye. All right. Bobby Berkey said, thank you. Jason E. Wing. Trying to decide if I'm going to build a 4th order bandpass out of my seal box or just building a larger ported box, maybe just try both to make a series of videos. Dude, go crazy, because that's how you learn and that's how you discover cool stuff. Exactly. Jason said, Jerry Ain't Loud is the motivation I use in building my 6th order bandpass. He's got a natural, JAL, Jerry has a natural knack for to wrapping his head around 6th order and 4th order boxes. He ain't no highly educated guy. He just rammed his head into stuff enough times till he's starting to figure it out, and he picked it up pretty quick. And I really enjoy hanging around and watching his stuff. Let's see what we got going on here. Tyler is a tight ass. Yeah, but that ain't it though. That's not the thing. The thing is, Tyler has. I don't want to talk too deeply about it because I have some insider knowledge on GP. But he has, in his relations with his customers, the people he's dealing with, affiliate links can cause an issue. So that's why he's not doing that. And it's complicated, but there's reasons behind the fact that he's a tight ass. El Fuego says, genuine dudes in the audio community. It's pretty common. Select the ones you like, support them with likes, shares, and subs. If you don't like someone, don't watch and don't hate. I'm 100% with you, El Fuego. 100%. Jason Ewing. Jason Grant, me too. He makes me laugh and is a good inspiration. Heck yeah, man. It cracks me up. Wilson is a D4S kicker product salesman with old and washed up sales tactics as well as boring videos. Yeah. And you can move to the side now. We'll just continue on without you. I just ain't going to hear all this stuff, y'all. I hope y'all don't take the way I'm handling these people as an insult or anything, but I just ain't into negativity, man. If you ain't got something reasonable, nice, or something supported, or something constructive to say about somebody, just keep your fucking mouth shut, okay? That's what I'm saying. Jason Grant, me too. Trap House, appreciate you, brother. Super Cax, I access to groups on Amazon. Oh yeah, that's good stuff, man. I'm going to probably be putting, that's part of the testing that I've got coming up that I was telling you guys about, that I'm going to be making videos with the SPL meter. One of them is going to be involving adding AGMs to the system and also or adding the cap to the lithium. So some different combinations of things, and we'll see how the score increases or decreases with these things done using the same equipment and the same build. So it's going to be, each time the score increases, we'll know exactly what caused that score to go up. It'll be very scientific in that way. So it's going to be good. Jason Ewing, I like a positive community. Yes, sir. We do have a positive community. We occasionally attract flies, but just like any good picnic, there's always some flies got to show up and try to eat your food. Definitely. Okay, let's see. 3 least favorite channels. DIY Audio Guy, Wilson, Parker, and Living. Yep. Yeah, well, we don't like you either. How about that? El Fuego says, I am dreaming of a big demo vehicle. Now I got the ride. Think through the designs and save up. Got the ride. What kind of ride? I'll probably get to your comment eventually. I can't remember what you said. I got to understand, I get a lot of stuff shoved into my brain, and I kind of have to work through that, you know. Dank Coconut. Hate that old baldy from DIY Audio Guy. Stole my buddy's video, idea, and execution. I don't understand. You're on the verge, but I ain't kicked you out yet. I don't understand exactly what you hate. You know, Sam Walton, you know, he stole the Dollar General's idea and, you know, made a store that was better and improved. There's no new ideas in this world. There's only new executions and refined executions of ideas. So, you know, there's many people doing what DIY Audio Guy does. If he does it better than your buddy, then, you know, that's it. I mean, you just got to get in the pond and flap your arms around and swim. You can't just sit there on the bank and wish. You got to get your ass out there and do your thing. So if he ain't get on there and do his thing, then it was his own fault. Exactly. 100%, man. 100%, Bobby. Yeah. So how many of you guys are there? We'll just go ahead and get rid of you. We'll just go ahead and get rid of all you assholes. How about that? Because I'm not I'm not into this. We'll get on down through all you pricks. We'll just do that. How about that? I think it's the same person, and with a bunch of different accounts. We'll just get rid of all of them. Yeah, man. I'm on top of it. I'm on top of it, baby. Yep. So, you know what? That means that I'm important enough for them to come, spend all their time hooking up to my shit on multiple devices, and and that means that DIY audio guy is doing enough that he's got haters. And if you don't have haters, you ain't trying hard enough. That's just my theory. Having some haters is the very beginning. You're making it somewhere in the YouTube world whenever there's people that are hating on you. That's, ask Gene Simmons. Gene Simmons will tell you that, all publicity is good publicity. Have I watched any of D? I don't know that person. Oh, that guy. I haven't watched. I watched. No, I went over there to check his channel out, but I didn't go any deeper. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully that didn't cause an issue. Gene said, I bought the super cap. Need to add it to my lithium. Got it after I watched your videos on them. Yes. Super cap is always going to be a plus to any system. That's the beauty of a super cap, is it doesn't really care what voltage you're running. It's going to maintain at that voltage. It doesn't have any kind of memory. It doesn't matter if it's discharged all the way. It doesn't really age. So they're a very versatile tool. It's not a battery, but it is a very versatile tool, and it can work with any battery out there. So absolutely. And I'm going to be incorporating mine back into my system again during my test phase that are coming up, the experimental phase. The independent party says, my brain is probably just a little bit rattled from the bass. Makes some people a little slow. You may be right, but honestly, I think the bass actually helps my blood flow in my brain. In fact, one of the key things about aging is that your blood circulation in your brain is what causes most of the problems you experience with aging. Not getting enough oxygen to your head. That actually does severe damage to overall cognitive abilities, especially in the memory department. So if you ever want to experience something really cool, get some oxygen, get on some oxygen, and bring your oxygen percent up, 3 or 4 or 5%. Boy, it's an eye-opening experience, man. It's really cool stuff. Yeah. Okay. All right. Y'all say bye. I got a feeling I'm still on those guys. So, oh yeah, 2000 Chevy Tracker. 8 and 12K. The Tracker is a little bitty rascal. Get a hold of a good box builder if you're not going to do it yourself, or a good box designer, and figure out what space you're going to be using in there, man, and build the biggest box you can in the space you're willing to give up, and load of subs that are appropriate for that box. Don't go thinking subs first, because that's the wrong direction. Get your box dimensions first, your internal box dimensions, your tuning, and all that figured out, and then buy subs that are appropriate for that box. You'll end up, and I like to have a slightly bigger box than what the specs call for. usually ends up being a lot smoother and lower and sweeter. Jason Ewing said, Trap House. I have been watching these nuts. I guess that's what his name is. I'm gonna have to check him out. I watched a little bit. Yeah, baby. Haters gonna hate, and Pepper's gonna get it straight. And I will straighten it out, man. We ain't gonna have no nonsense in here today. At least not when I get to it. It's out of here. Yeah, another one. And we'll eventually get all these idiot accounts banned, and then we can move on. Haters always show on live streams. Reminds me of the Base Dad podcast. Oh, son, Base Dad stirred up a whole lot of stuff. And I spoke to him in chat a little bit. He's actually a pretty chill dude, but he's got a lot of haters. Haters gonna hate, man. I would start my own channel if I thought I could do it better. Really impressed with content creators out there, man. There is so much that goes into this. It takes so much out of you. It's a lot. It's a lot of emotional, mental, physical, way more than you think. And I appreciate that. Jason said, we stay positive always, moving forward. Yes, sir. No doubt, Trap House. They have me working sometimes. All right, let's see here. Here we go again. Let's do this. Let's see here. Yep, George Perez. Yeah. It is what it is, man. People are jerks. I get it. You're right. And we are down to the end of the intelligent people's comments. Whew. I was going slow, but we were taking my time with them, and dude, I straight up. You know what? Let's see here. Some starred. I got starred people. Oh yeah. All these wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. Let me figure this out. And you're right, Bobby B. I might need a moderator. I might make you a moderator, Bobby B. Whenever I set up the thing next time, I'll throw you in there as a moderator. I'll let you and El Fuego both be moderators. Let's see here. The Wine Wizard. So, yeah, I'm not going to leave you out there, Jerry Jones. The Wine Wizard. Really talented trolls. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, I'll throw you out there, man. You're my bouncer, man. You're the bouncer at the door. I done already called you out on that. So if you're acting a fool, Bobby B gonna throw your ass under the bus and run you over, and then throw you under the bus and run you over again. Y'all got my nerves all rattled with this. These bullshitters tonight's got my nerves all rattled. So I'm assuming that you're joking and you're not trying to piss me off. Jerry Jones be getting a joker. So, and only so much, Yeah, I believe that individual. You know, the funny thing is, this these people that are this guy or this person or whatever hating on somebody. I mean, that's the best sign that he really loves him, and he wants to do things. That's what is it? When you picked on the girls in school, that meant you liked them, right? So maybe Justin, ain't that his name? Needs to watch out. There may be somebody coming over there wanting to play house. Um, Dude, no, I'm not Steve Meade. I'll never be Steve Meade. Steve Meade's running a big business, and that's just not me. I'm me. I am who I am. So, you got something to say it. Let's do this. There you go, baby. Now y'all go and talk some more shit. Anyone can see BC me. Buy merchandise to do the work for you. Okay, fine. Parker, EXO, they're kind of in the same boat. EXO is he started out like me in a lot of ways too. He just put what he did on YouTube, but people enjoyed watching it, and that grew into something. I am who I am, and I'll be who I'm going to be. There's no, yeah, I know, man, I know. So watch out. I think that one dude likes you. He's probably going to come by and like try to put the boombox out and play a love song or something. I don't know. And I ain't tripping on it. But I ain't having nobody. I ain't gonna have nobody in my comments talking trash about somebody. Not even somebody I don't care for. I just don't do that. Oh yeah, Bobby B's here. El Fuego too. Bobby B's gonna be my new bouncer, just so you know. Hey, Justin. I got a question for you. I don't know if you mess with it or not, but I'm getting the mini DSP. Exactly. The mini DSP, I'm getting one of those. And I was wondering, is there any advantage to getting the other DSP, the one that connects to the computer with the cable? Is there an advantage to having that over the mini DSP? Something I haven't been able to figure out. And I was wondering if you had one or okay. You have the same rig I do then. All right. So you don't know either for sure. I mean, I hadn't actually looked into it. I was just wondering if you would mess with them because I'm getting ready to do a bunch of experiments with one. Lipton. I always think of Lipton whenever I see your name. Lipton Leighton Coopy. I posted a video in a while, but I'm going to get back to it. Yeah, do that. And when you post a video, put the @ symbol and caraudioenthusiasts with an S. Put that at the end of it, and then it'll pop up in my video, my comment feed where I can actually go see the video. I get a kick out of that. So if you guys will do that whenever you're posting a video, throw the @ and tag me in the title of the video. I'll get that video. It'll show up in my mentions tab. Pretty cool stuff. It's something cool if you want me to. I can put your content out if you want. If you want a video clip or something, some pictures, stuff like that, get in touch with me through my email and we can work something out. Maybe it's something cool. I'll make a video about it. DIY audio guy. So they can connect to the computer via USB. There's a dongle that can connect wirelessly and the dongle was noisy as fuck. Sounded like an old school modem playing through the speakers. Yeah, see that I'm not down with that. I personally like things that are simple and work every time and don't break. That's the shit I like. I don't like complicated stuff. I want it to be simple and stupid proof. So that's why I went with that little dude. Yeah, George Perez is the audio guy. Yeah. Trap House TV, shout out to DIY Audio Guy. I'm my mini DSP from his podcast. Jeff, after watching this stream, yeah, baby, you got mail. You got mail. Y'all remember that little dog that sit down in the corner of the screen? And I don't remember what he did. It's about that same time. You know, I think I still got some AOL discs and boxes and stuff stashed somewhere. I had copies of all kinds of software back in the day. You didn't throw software away. You kept that shit because you never knew when you were going to need some stupid program for a modem on a computer, you know. Oh, yeah, baby. Hey, man, you have a good one, too. Crank that video out, baby. Get it done. Yeah, we're very old. And I agree with you, Bobby. We do our best to keep things on the real. You know, like I said, I try to maintain good relations with the entire community. Some people just, you know, they just who they are, and they need to feel important by being dumb. And it's like a bully in school. You know, we've all seen bullies or dealt with bullies. And I had one that moved to our school, and he decided he was going to go around and start some crap with different people and stuff. I was kind of watched him, and one day he walked up, and as soon as he opened his mouth, I hit him square in the face. I cracked him. Pow! He never even got to say a word. I got suspended for 3 days over that. That son bitch never did talk to me. Somebody's going to get on to me about smoking. I'm going to let it roll, though, because, you know, as long as you're not insulting anybody, I'm cool. Smoking is bad. A family member is in the ER about to lose 3 fingers to whatever that word is, disease from smoking. Use the enthusiasm to get healthy and kick your cigarettes. Also, DI Audio Guy sucks. Yeah, awesome. Let's see here. Who else we got going on here? At least it's entertaining, man. Oh, DIY Audio Guy tonight, or taught me, excuse me, to go for it and don't worry about the mistakes. Dude, as they are learning opportunities in the end, the most important thing you can do is make mistakes. If y'all ever want to hear some really inspirational and thought-provoking words, look up some of Adam Savage's speeches at schools and different events where he gets up and speaks. That man is so incredibly insightful, and the way he describes how he got through what he had to go through to get where he ended up at, and the things he went through, and all the number one thing is all about mistakes. You know, if you don't make mistakes, you're not trying to do something that you don't know how to do. You know, if you're trying to do something that you don't know how to do, you're going to make mistakes. And that's part of the learning process. And each time you try to do it, you're going to make less mistakes. Maybe you'll advance yourself and be making even more advanced stuff. But screwing up is all part of the learning process. That's how it works. That's how it is done. So if you're not screwing up, you're not trying. You know, if you're trying to learn to play chess, you ain't going to get any better at chess by winning every game against your nephew. You got to play against somebody that can kick your butt, and that's how you're going to get better. Making mistakes is where it's at. Exactly. Exactly. And I'm very happy. And happiness is another one of those words that's used too often. It should be more of content. Content is a more accurate word to describe a state that we all try to achieve. Happiness is kind of overused, but content. Are you okay with this road that you're on? Is it comfortable? You know, if the road you're on feels like a warm place and you're happy there or comfortable there or content there, you're doing it right. If not, you need to reassess decisions that you're making in your life and the trajectories that you're taking. You know, Bobby B says, Fuego, going to try to get the care package out next Friday. Yeah, baby. Fuego's going to need a little subwoofer and an amp and a stereo right beside his bed so he can boom and drive the nurses crazy. Jared Jones says, I missed the last 10 minutes because I was on the phone with my wife. It's a constant process, Jerry. It's kind of like swatting mosquitoes, man. You just got to keep swatting, and, it is what it is. I'm swatting. Yeah. 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 It is what it is, Jason. Yep, I agree. Bobby B. Found out in life you have a positive attitude, you have a happy life. Haters gonna hate. And here's something else that you learn in life too. If you have a positive attitude, y'all pay attention to this. If you have a positive attitude, you're going to attract other people with a positive attitude, and you're going to intimidate people who have a negative attitude. Those people are going to try to retaliate and bring you down to their level. Those are two things that are guaranteed to happen if you have a positive mental attitude. You're going to attract others with that same attitude, and they're going to scare ones with the exact opposite attitude. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. It's like my wife. If you want to know if you can be married to somebody, can you stand being around somebody when they're having their very worst day for hours at a time? If so, then you can be married to them. Jerry Jones. Sorry if I lumped you in with the wrong group. No, he's all right, man. He's okay. I like him because his last name is Koopy, and that's just cool. Oh, El Fuego. Yeah, baby. El Fuego. Now, that's taco sauce today. I already got tacos. Now you're getting the sauce. Yep, exactly. And y'all, I agree with that. See, I told y'all that I spent time in the joint. I spent 3.5 years in there, and I wouldn't. So I've been asked by people if I could go back in time and do things differently, would I? Now, on the surface, most people will say, "Oh yeah, I would have not done this, and I would have not done that. I would have done this right and done that right." But here's the real truth of that question. The real answer to that question is no. I wouldn't change anything because when I go look in the mirror right now, I like the person I see in that mirror. And that person is only here because of all the bullshit, stupid decisions, train wrecks, mistakes, and experiences that I had to go through to get where I am right now. I like who I am. And so, therefore, the path that got me here was necessary for me to get where I am. So, no, I wouldn't change nothing, man. That's my life. That's my foundation. It's my scars. It's my blood. I earned it, and I'll keep it. Thank you. Love me some Bobby B. And I'm going to keep smoking because I don't care. Yeah, yeah, that's real, Bobby B. Like I said, you need to be around the woman when she's having her very worst day. Uh, the very worst, everything. It's a train wreck. If you can stand to be around that person during that, then you're good. If you're thinking it's all going to be like the night that you met at the bar, you're delusional. That's not even half of what's up. Uh, and yeah, sometimes it takes time. I'm married to my same woman that I married the first time, but we did go through a divorce and then remarry during that process. She wasn't done with some things that she needed to finish up on, and we had to split up for a while. But I've only been married to the one woman, and that's who I'm going to be married to until the day I die. Um, so it is what it is. A lot of folks told me I need to move on whenever we got a divorce. I needed to get it out of my head and move on. But, no, man, she couldn't get out of my head, and I stuck it out. And we're back together, and we're very happy, and I'm glad I did. Yeah, I appreciate the comment, George. Thank you. I know, right? You need to come by. You getting out of here? Night, boss. Yeah, it's 9. It's after 9 o'clock for me. I guess I'm gonna call it too. But I enjoyed hanging out with you guys. I even enjoyed dealing with the idiot, or however many of them there were, and all their personalities. At least that made for some entertainment, right? And then DIY showed up, and all of a sudden they left. They're like, okay, we ain't gonna come around now that we can actually talk smack about the man to his face, or to his internet face. Nah, we're running now, running from that. It's crazy stuff. Yeah, peace out, Bobby B. Everybody have a good night. We're gonna go ahead and sign off. Y'all have a good one.